Okay, can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me?
I want to say hi to them.
Somebody is still awake. Come here. Oh.
Hi everybody. This my Christmas week, and I'm wearing Christmas apples, and our Christmas tree right there, and this is our house, and I play with a couple toys. One to my daughter, um, yeah.
And you're getting ready to take a nap, aren't you?
Yeah, Mommy says, I need to take a nap.
So bye.
Bye.
We don't really have our Christmas tree up. I think she was saying where we used to have our Christmas tree. Yeah, and they're earmuffs, but she calls them headphones. It's so funny. Of course, as always, I'm not ready. Okay, let me say hello to everybody. I'm so glad. I missed you guys so much. I hate it when something happens and I keep you alive. And I apologize for the light. I've been adjusting. I don't know which one is better. Yellow. See, it's mostly for the yarn cam area. I don't know. Maybe does that seems maybe it's like a certain spot.
Hi everybody.
When it gets dark. I don't know. Plus, you can see my computer. I have a new phone, so it picks up a lot more stuff now, which is good. That means I don't have to use my wide angle thing.
Hi everybody.
So let's see who all is in here.
Yes.
All right. We have, well, Miriam popped in earlier to say hello and that she had to leave. There is Bakura, bright and early. Of course, I'm late. And there's Miss Granny D and Susan and Jen and Sanita and Shatika and Jax and Janelle. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. Oh my goodness, there's Savannah. Oh wow, I need to go tell Kirsta that you're on here. That is so cool. She's Kirsta's BFF, aren't you? All right, guys, so let's just get right to it. I'm going to be dyeing some cotton yarn today again, because whenever I do a time set cotton, hello, Susan. Whenever I do time set, meaning if I dye the cotton yarn and I let it sit for 48 hours, that's 48 hours. You know, that kind of takes a while. Hey, tell Kirsten to come out if she can, Angel. That's 48 hours. You know, if I can get the exact same results in like 48 minutes, actually about 40 minutes in the oven seems to be about the optimal time to heat set it. If I can get the same results, then that would be phenomenal. And if I have time, I've got my steam pan out here as well, and I will do some more of the yarn that I did in Live Dye 17, I think it was, where I did a full immersion in the steam pan with the cotton. But like always, I have my salt water I poured in, and then I'm putting in the soda ash to cause the chemical reaction that makes the dye set. And I am just going to choose a solid color. And in fact, I have the 5 colors. Actually, I have 4 of them because I forgot to get the amethyst. But it'll take a second. The colors that I used in the previous live dye, if I have time to do the immersion, the steam pan dyeing, then I will do that. Guess who's in the chat? Not just Bakura, but...
Yeah, Angel told me.
Oh, she did tell you Savannah's in there?
Yeah.
Buddy. And Buddy making his cameo. See if there's any questions.
Oh, this is gonna be out in the middle of the
Oh yeah,
floor.
she's totally fine with a nap. In fact, Granny D, she won't do this at nighttime, but when we lay her down for a nap, it's like within 5 minutes she's asleep. And there's no fussing or playing or anything. She just rolls over, grabs her thumb and lovey, and off she goes. She's a good baby, isn't she, Savannah? Very good baby.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had planned on streaming her birthday, but then I found out there was a couple of people there that didn't want to be streamed, so I had to cancel. But I think did you see the water park stream? I did a couple of minutes at the water park. That was pretty fun. That was actually very fun. The stream was.
I went
Kinda
underwater.
Yeah. Hey, there's Karen. Hi, sweetheart. Heck yeah, Savannah says. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't do a live last week. I really miss it when I can't do that. I miss you guys, and especially when I'm really busy. I don't get to hang out on the YouTube streets very much. I have to go get my yarn. It's over here. Give me just a second.
Yeah, buddy.
And I don't have my tie wrap.
Buddy. Buddy.
Okay.
Buddy.
It's not critical to have the tie wraps. Mostly the tie wraps is best for mostly identify what kind of yarn it is.
Yeah.
Really, it's good for rinsing too.
He's
I'm gonna
so
go ahead.
squirmy.
These are 250-gram fingering weight yarns.
What's wrong with him? Well, I'm going back to my game now. Bye.
Okay. Oh, Jack said hi.
Bye.
So, yeah, this is just 50 grams. Actually, I'm almost going to have to be giving away I'll show you guys before the end of this broadcast how much fingering weight test dye yarn I have. I keep talking about how I'm going to be doing a giveaway for all of my mostly fingering weight, but there are some sports. I think that's as big as it goes. I can do fingering, but I'm not quite up to like doing a whole lot with fingering because I'll do a couple stitches. I've been working on a tiny little wash rag and I'll do a couple stitches. I'm actually doing Tunisian and I have to put it down every so often. I do maybe a row or two and then it's like, okay, something else, please. I'm done with that. So I am going to just get 1 cup because I'm going to do just one color because I want consistency. I want identical. I don't want a whole lot of fancy stuff. I just simply want to compare. And I'm going to take it to 200 milliliters. And what I will do, I'm going to turn the oven on. I will put 1 hank on this pan here, and then I will put another hank on foil on my board. And then I will put this one in the oven for 40 minutes, and then the other one will go outside and will sit for 48 hours. And then, of course, those of you on Instagram can find out right away the results. And if you don't have Instagram, no big deal. Just come back to my next live, which I'm hoping will be next week. But I just found out my mom has a bone scan at 1 o'clock next week, but we should be done. Well, I mean, they put the nuclear stuff in at 10. She goes back for the scan at 1. So we should be done in time. I'm hoping that I am. So either way, if I don't get to do it live next week, it'll be the one after, for sure. Lord willing. Okay, so let me go ahead and pick one of these colors. Actually, I need to find amethyst real quick, and it shouldn't take long because I know that it is there it is. It's one of the 8-ounce containers. But I have those 5 colors from the other live dye where I've done the submersive. I want to say it's 17, maybe 18. But I have Raven, which is black. I have Chartreuse, I have turquoise, I have fuchsia red, and I have amethyst. And I think I'm going to go with amethyst. I have a bigger container of that, and it doesn't matter. Just seems like a good one to go with. And I see Dinky Crafts. Oh my goodness, you're in the UK. Dinky Crafts Jennifer's in here, and Gloria Bowman, Alaskan Crafter Jan. Yay! Thank you, ladies, for coming in. So happy to see y'all. So we have 200 milliliters. I'm going to do a 1% solution, which will be 1 gram. And I think this will be, I knew it was going to splash. How did I know? I don't. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that it would. So hold on. Okay, there we go. Set that aside. So we will find out next week. We're going to diet today, but we will find out next week if oven set, if heat set, and I'm saying heat set as far as oven because it's not submerged. And it will be, I will have it on foil, so there will be some liquid, but it won't be submerged as it would be in the steam pan. So this is just oven set, oven heat set. Ooh, wow, Dee, I like that idea. She says, how about an espresso brown and purple combo? I really like that. I know you've been mentioning something about some brown, a brown yarn you would like dyed. Brown is so versatile. I was curious if my camera would do that. How it kind of glitches out every now and then like that. And hello, Charity. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Charity is Frog, F-R-O-G. Fully rely on God Crafts. Everybody knows her. For those of you that don't, that's who Charity is. Try to make sure I get all those little chunks out there. And actually, I'm going to do this the lazy way. I'm going to dip it in. And I'm going to wring it out. Not really wring it out, just kind of, you'll see. I'm not going to bother with a paintbrush, in other words. I do need to turn my oven on. And I put my oven on 250. I don't go 350, 300, whatever. I just back it down to 250. Did I say hello to Gloria? I think I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry and hello. And there's Miss Ray. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Okay, I think that's good. Get my gloves. Okay, they moved. Hold on. Oven on. That's a good reason to take off. You told me you had taken off to work on your hats. I love that. Alrighty. Let me get some foil. Oh, this is the foil. I don't know if it, okay, I straightened most of it out. This foil is so annoying. It's not tearing off right. It's almost gone, thank goodness. I mean, I could just use generic oil too much. I use generic when it comes to this because it works just as good. but sometimes it does that crazy stuff. Where'd my board go? There it is. All right, really only need one at a time, but I'll put this down here. And it looks like I will have plenty of time to do some of the immersion. Oh, I just love this foil. So much so that I can't wait till it's all gone. See how narrow it's getting? It's getting narrower and narrower. I'll have to look up, see if there's a life hack to fix that, as I've tried. Okay. Let's grab a hank here. You guys seeing it hasn't been soaking that long. It's not really necessary. It's the chemical reaction that we are going for. So, like I said, I'm going to do this the lazy way, and I'm just going to, where can y'all see it best? Okay, that's pretty. Okay. We just got to pop it in here. Let it get up. And we'll just, not really wring it out, but just enough to, so it doesn't make too much of a mess here, and it saves a little bit of dye for the next thing. And it didn't save a whole lot, so let me squeeze this a little bit more. Of course, this makes variations when you wring it out, but we're just testing. This is just a test to see if this can be done. And that would improve so much on dye time. Let me tell you, oh my gosh. And wait time for you guys, of course. This one. So yeah, we will put that one in the oven. I'll put this one aside. See, that tells me that it is probably either StreamYard or the internet that's doing that. Oven's ready. A lot of most of us are Bakura. And of course, I mean, we're inclusive, so I mean, we're not going to judge anybody based on their religion. Anybody of any background is welcome here. Okay. This one. Okay, I'm gonna see a light spot here. But we're not going to be going by the, we've got some dark areas. We can see right here that there is some some tonal going on here. But we can also see that they both kind of have a little bit of light, a little bit of dark. So we know that whatever the end result is, we can compare them. We can safely compare them and know that it will be accurate. So the oven is done. Let me go ahead and put this one in. And that was actually pretty quick. We're only 22 minutes in. And this part's pretty much done. Or as far as this is all I can do. That goes in. Set the timer. 40 minutes. And we get a paper towel and clean up my mess a little bit here. And we'll set this aside and I'll pick it outside when I'm done. That's where I usually let it sit unless I don't have any other work to do. Then I'll just let it sit here on the island. Everybody can look at it. I like looking at it. So let me put this aside. on the floor. Hopefully that's me. I did get a little bit of pink. I'm not going to reuse that. I was going to say I got some pink in my water from the previous. That's okay. I'm going to make a fresh batch for the steam pan. And in fact, I'm just going to let the yarn soak in the steam pan. Like I do when I'm doing wool. I don't make a separate pan like I do for cotton. Just let it soak in there. So yeah, I rinsed it out. I kind of need to take the magic eraser to it a little bit more, but it's the same colors that I used before, so it shouldn't make a big impact. But there's still a little bit of blue in there, turquoise. Okay. Let me dry my hands before I plug this in. That might be smart, huh? All right. And I've been wanting to make some more of this yarn anyway. I think it would sell really good because it's so pretty. In fact, have you guys seen it? All right, let me get this heating up and then I'll show you. For those that may not have seen, I will show you those 3 hanks that I had done on that live. They've just been sitting. I haven't done anything with them. It's a salt water that I use unionized, just plain salt. It has to sit for at least 24 hours. I think I made this 2.5 days ago. It's like Monday evening or something. Okay, that should be good. Let me get my soda ash. One of these days, I think I say this every time, I will do an experiment to see if the amount of salt, I put about 1/3 of a cup of salt for every gallon of water. So I don't know if that matters. And I don't know if it matters how much soda ash. But for the sake of sanity, I'm going to use a plastic fork. Now that's still noisy, isn't it? Okay. We'll use my hands because we don't want to hear that awful noise. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Didn't get ahead of that one. I've never mixed it up like this, actually. I usually let it soak for a little bit, and then I'll take the yarn out, and then I'll put the soda ash in. Okay. Don't take too awful much to dissolve this. Let me go ahead and turn this on so it can be heating up. Get it dissolved before it gets hot. So glad you guys could come hang out with me today. Yeah, the do-rags. Like Dee says, the do-rag, rag, rag, the do-rag, rag. Got that big trip coming up tomorrow, don't you, Dave? Been praying for travel mercies for you and praying for that ear as well. All right. Let me. I see my face. All right, got my tie wraps. Like I said, not prepared. When am I ever? But I have 3 hanks here of DK white cotton. I personally use red tie wraps to represent DK weight. So I'm going to get 3 of those. You have a good one, Granny. Oh my goodness, there's Tank. Everybody say hello to Tank. Have you guys seen her her colorway from last week? Her cake. I mean, she come up with the colors. I put it in a cake form, and everybody's loving it. I love it. I love the way it turned out. Cannot wait to see what she makes with it. I've actually, let's see, how have I, okay, under the custom listing, I have made the option for now, if anyone wants to make a custom cake, like Tank's, they can use that option. I'm charging just a little bit more because I have to run it through my Addy. I put it in a blank. Make sure this isn't clear. I make like a sock blank, but a blank. And then I dye it like that, and then I roll it up into cake. So I have that option now if somebody is like, hey, I'd like to have a cake. Or if you want to order some like Tank's, I can do that as well. Oh, congratulations, 42 years. That's wonderful. Wow. I love Mexican. That is my favorite food. I could eat anything Mexican. As spicy as you want to make it. Oh, well, thank you for dropping in, Jan, if you're still here. It was a minute ago. So thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate that. Okay, I think I might add just a tad bit more water because I want this to be full submersion. So, actually, I'm going to take this slightly pink, but it's not going to affect it because it's too light. I'm just going to add some of the soap water to it. Okay, that should be good. So while that is heating up, we go ahead and make the colors up. That is awesome. Yeah, I hear you, Tank. As far as like anniversary or birthday type stuff, we don't go out much either. Okay, let me rinse this one out. These others are already rinsed. I really enjoy doing that immersion dyeing, so I'm looking forward to doing that again. Let me move this back just a tad. Give me some more room and let y'all see a little bit better as well. It's already steaming. Okay. The mixing part is usually what takes the longest. But I'm going to do 200 in each one, 200 milliliters. And I'll do a 1% for everything except for Raven. I'll do a 2% for that. And actually, I'm considering doing a couple more, and that's what I'm shop I get a more done. In fact, I was thinking about letting you guys name it for me because I don't have a colorway. And there is Miss Linda, Bookie Crocheter. Hi, sweetheart. Yay. Wonderful. Frozen Stone. Hello. Okay, let's start mixing up the dyes. $1 for 1%. If I was smart, I would have made up extra, knowing that I had to make this again. I'm sorry, I'm putting up camera. And you guys cannot see me. Mixing up a color. Yeah, actually, it almost looks like the camera has moved from where I previously had it. That's funny. So those couple drops landed in there. Just totally fine. Totally fine. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. These quiet moments. It's like stir, stir, stir. What do we talk about while I stir? Some of them are harder to get dissolved than others. Hey, Steve. There's Steve, everybody. Excuse me. Yeah. Even though I haven't had anything to eat today. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. I've been so busy. So busy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just candy. Hi, guys. These nerds. I mean, clusters. Oh my gosh. Totally. All right. I think I got it. All right. Hold on. I don't need water.
Sorry.
Got stuck. Isn't that how it goes, though? Something on live TV and get stuck in your throat. Live TV. Live stream. And I'm still trying to get my voice back. All right, that was amethyst. Let's do some chartreuse. Yeah, I think I'll wait until this is actually sitting. Then I'll go get the yarn. Go away, frog. Wonderful. Does anyone know if Mary Ann's going live today? What could we call my rags? I was thinking maybe CIA. It's I think it's Freaky Geek that started that. Crocheting Agreement CIA raid. It sounds like you're in trouble. This is a CIA. This is a raid. Central Intelligence raiding. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Got a couple chins. I didn't think I would be either. I just started experimenting. Actually, it was acrylic that got me experimenting. I wasn't really considering being an actual dyer to sell or whatever. CIA's in the lab. That's awesome. That's cute. Now I feel like I need a lab coat and some beakers. Actually, I have been looking at beakers. They would be really good for mixing these up. got all the measurements and everything. All right. Chartreuse is very easy to dissolve. It's already done. Okay, but next I'm just going to grab, I want to do Raven last though. I'll grab turquoise. That's the next one. Have you ever seen me look over my glasses? Oh, Miss C. Hello. I don't know how long you've been here, but I'm glad you're here. Okay, some turquoise. Everybody saying hello. I love this community. You're all so awesome. Just pulling the drive. Didn't want to honk though. Oh my gosh, there's Miguel. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? How are you feeling? Okay, I think we got the turquoise. Sometimes those little dry crumbs will pop up after you stir it, but I think we got it. Okay, next is fuchsia red. That is so pretty. I love that fuchsia red.
I know you got me into it. You want another
Yeah,
one?
they're hard to put down.
You want another one?
I better before you eat them all.
I just opened the bag.
Don't cut wrong. I got my water hanger this time. Yep, amen. Amen, Miguel. One day at a time. I was in a situation like that once where he let me know that that's the only way to do it. On his time, one day at a time. He is an on-time God, and it is all a test of faith. And you will have an amazing testimony once you come out of it. You see that light at the end of the tunnel, you see that finish line up ahead, you know you're going to have a testimony and it's going to edify somebody else that needs to hear that testimony. Yep. Okay, we got the fuchsia. Now let's get the black. And we'll be ready to start the fun part. It's all fun, but you know. I think I've told you like this before. I used to be not professional, just a hobby cake decorator. That was one of the things I used to do. Started when I was a kid, about 10, 12. Actually done pretty good even at that age. But it was mixing up the icing. That was like, gotta mix up the icing. I'm putting 2 grams, by the way, making it 2% of black. But it was like, that was the boring part. Mixing up the icing. It was terrible on your muscles, mixing and mixing, especially if you have a really stiff icing. But once you got all those bags filled and you were ready to go to town on that cake, that's the fun part. That's how I feel about mixing up the dyes. It might not be that much fun, but once you got it all done, your work pays off and you get to have fun with it. Yeah, I did have this thing before I discovered that soda ash and salt make a chemical reaction that that increases the saturation of the colors. I used to actually have um, fiber reactive dyes in jars, and I would just simply, dye the yarn with, however much I needed in that jar. But now that I've realized that, and yeah, I did a spell too where I would take the salt water dye and mix it with the soda ash, and then I just realized that, I don't know, I haven't done an experiment yet, but I believe it actually is better to have it fresh. I have had some basic dye actually change color just from sitting. It was really weird because actually I did it live once. I was getting ready to dye. It was supposed to have been green, maybe even like a fluorescent green, and it ended up coming out brown. It was weird. I had to make up another batch of dye because one little squirt and it was brown. I was like, oh no, that's not right. I haven't had any of the other basic dyes do that, so I do actually keep them in squirt bottles. But as far as fiber reactive, I don't know. I just like doing it fresh. Make a fresh batch of it. It's not that much trouble. One day I will invest in one of those little electric, kind of reminds me of a whisk kind of a thing that bartenders use. And then that'd be just like, should be pretty quick. Yay, the fun part. 3:45, we're doing good. So let's just do some randomness with some amethyst. And I actually did discover in that video, if anybody's seen it or was here, that I didn't actually have to flip it because of the immersion. It went through and it was complete coverage. I flipped it over and it was like, okay, there's coverage on this side. Don't really need to flip. So a little bit of each color. And while this is sitting, after I get all of it poured in, I will show you what the others look like. Isn't that gorgeous? I never thought that, well, of course, that's how I learned by experimenting, but I never thought that I would be able to do this kind of dyeing with cotton. And this is something reserved for the wool, So gorgeous. Oh, hello, Bella. Sorry, I can't remember. Christina? Is that what it is? That's so cool that you come in. I don't think I've ever seen you here. If you have, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just kind of get absorbed into what I'm doing. And I always intend on rewatching my broadcasts, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Look, there's another green. That's awesome. The chartreuse and the turquoise. Beautiful green, too. Can you guys, yeah, you can see that. See that green right there? I don't know how it looks on a bigger screen, but from here, I can't really see it. But it's gorgeous. Look how that's, whew, I love it. Maybe put another splash right about here. See which one we haven't done this one yet. Fuchsia. Ooh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay, Christina. So glad you could make it in. Sometimes I have to be AWOL, and I hate that. I was consistent for so long, every single Thursday, like clockwork. And then stuff just started happening. But I think everything's pretty much under control now. We leave it to the Lord. If He decides I need to take a day off or whatever, then that's what happens. So yeah, when I did this technique the other time, I was worried about all the colors blending in together and looking terrible, but that did not happen. So I'm going to be a little bit more frivolous with it this time and just let it do what it wants to do here. Which one has the most turquoise? I'm going to do a little bit more turquoise. And then I will let this sit. Let me get my spoon, actually. My little scoop here. Instead of pouring more dye on these white areas, I'm just gonna push it down. There's plenty of dye in there. Okay, and you guys hold on for just a second. I will go get those hanks I was talking about after I take these gloves off. It's kind of wet in there. This is the regular, Linda, this is just plain old fiber reactive dye, and I'm just using the full immersion technique, which I have done once before, and it turned out really good. So I'm actually gonna dye up some more to put in my shop. So let me go get those, and I will be right back. Okay. I think my yarn cam shows up better. So let me show you guys. This is what that resulted in. You can see it in both cameras, but the yarn cam seems to show it better. But this is how this is what it will look like, actually. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't look like this because it's the same color, same technique, same yarn. But yeah, look at the yarn cam because this one is way too dark. Have to work on my lighting a little bit. But isn't that just gorgeous? And this is submersion dyeing cotton. It's gorgeous. I love that. Completely random. And I'm sure it would look amazing in a project. And my hands are kind of wet from the gloves, so I can't really twist this up. Not very well. Not with the wet hands. But yeah, that is what that looks like. And we have actually 9 minutes left. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. Don't look at that hand. I'll retwist that up after my hands dry. Yeah, I've actually got enough dye here. I might go hank some more and throw some more in here to do. But I will let this, how much time is left? There's 12 minutes left on the oven. But yeah, maybe I should set a timer for this one as well, so that I'll have it at about the same time. I'll do 40 minutes for this as well. I don't remember how long I did the previous one, but I'll do 40 for that. Let me see. So, any questions? Anybody have anything you want to talk about? And this chartreuse teal, yeah, and also black and the fuchsia. Okay, yeah, fuchsia. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? You can see a little bit of each color. It does seem like the turquoise is taking dominance in this, which that happens. You know, colors can sometimes strike more than others. But you can see the chartreuse, you can see the fuchsia, you can see the black. I probably could have went like with a 4% or even a 3, but the black is like a light black, dark gray kind of black. Let's see. Here's some of that purple in there. That's not quite as dominant. The amethyst, that is. Yeah, I was actually thinking when I done it that the chartreuse might wind up being overpowered, but no, it shows up. It's in there.
We get them long.
Let's see. Yeah.
There's only one more plus I need to get now because I just recently got a new character.
I can twist it down because my hands are drier. You do, Miss C. I have a couple of cozy foxes I have to dye for you, and I have one. Let's see, which one was it? Got your set done. Oh, okay. I have a whole stack of yarn over here, waiting for the rest of your yarn to be ready, Miss C. Yeah, you're good. You got a total of 3 orders, and I'm putting them all together. So you'll have a big box of yarn. What's better than a big box of yarn? Yep. In fact, today is kind of a down day for the rest of the day now, so I will be moving on to something. I don't really have that many orders left now, so I'm almost completely done. I mean, I have a couple that popped up lately. Oh, I'm sorry, I might have missed something, either that or a little bit of a lag for Frozen Stone, but amen. I need to figure the TikTok. My daughter does them all the time, and I have a TikTok account, but it's mostly to watch. And anybody that's ever watched it knows that you can very easily get sucked into the TikTok hole and just end up scrolling and scrolling and scrolling all day long. But I want to figure out how to do that. I mean, so many cool ideas. People just come up with not just yarn dyeing, but yarn period. You know, like I seen one the other day, somebody threw yarn at a shelf and then boom, it turned into a sweater on a hanger. It's just so cute. Yeah, I want to learn how to do that stuff. I mean, I love editing anyway, so. Yep. We only got 4 more minutes. Anybody know if Marianne's going live? I don't know. I always like to send you guys. There's Denisha. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? How is grandbaby? You're so blessed, sis. That's wonderful. Ain't nothing like being a grandma. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out now, just chit-chatting a little bit, and I will do some more of this after this is over. I'll go over and hank some more. If Marianne is live, I will watch her while I'm hanking. And I'll dye some more of this because it's so pretty. I like doing this immersion. I never thought it would actually work. It was an experiment. It turned out wonderful, and I want to do more. Oh, I want another nerd. You guys ever had these? Those of you just coming in? These nerd clusters. They're so good. I love them. On Christina on TikTok or on YouTube. So lizards in your lilies. Does that mean you're down south? I know my husband, when he was a kid, he lived in the Marshall Islands, and he said that lizards were everywhere, just like Just like coming here and seeing frogs or whatever. Not even frogs. Bees. They were everywhere. Oh, in North Carolina. Wow. I didn't know they had a whole lot of lizards there. I love all amphibians, really. As long as they are not deadly. Yeah. We get frogs a lot around here whenever it's been a big rain. I just love them. I try to catch them, but then I'm kind of like, oh, but they're still cute. Are you leaving, Karen? We're getting ready to wrap this up anyways. Maybe I'll see you guys somewhere else later on the YouTube streets. If so, I'll probably be dying yarn, but I'll be watching. Peek at the chat every so often and listen to what all is being said. But yeah, it is 4 o'clock now, so I will let you guys go. And once again, I thank you so much for hanging out with me for this last hour. If you follow me on Instagram, then you can go there and see how this yarn turned out as far as comparing heat set versus time set. It won't be for at least 2 days. 48 hours is how long I let it sit. So give me at least until Saturday, maybe Sunday. And I guess I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day and weekend. And I pray that God blesses each and every one of you in a special way. Love you guys. Bye-bye.